A rational fraction is two types, proper and improper fractions. Now what we are going to do in next is how to resolve a proper fraction into different partial fractions and improper fraction into partial fractions. Now the first one, methods of resolving a proper fraction f of x by g of x into partial fractions. Here clearly mentioned that f of x by g of x is a proper fraction. What is a proper fraction? I told you already, degree of f of x is less than degree of g of x, it is called proper fraction. That means degree of numerator should be less than degree of denominator, then it is a proper fraction. Now in this proper fractions, we have different types of problems to resolve into partial fractions. Now take type 1, when g of x contains non-repeated linear factors. This is type 1. G of x means denominator. If denominator contains non-repeating linear factors. What is meant by linear factor? A first degree polynomial is called linear factor. Suppose denominator contains non-repeating first degree factors, that is linear factors. How to resolve the fraction into partial fractions? Observe carefully. Suppose the fraction is like this, f of x by x minus a into x minus b, means g of x contains two first degree factors, they are not repeating, they are different. Then how to resolve this fraction into partial fractions, means parts. How to resolve them into different parts, how to split them into different parts. Now because these two are two linear factors, by taking constants you can write fractions like this, a by x minus a plus b by x minus b. A and b are unknown constants, we have to find a and b, then these two we can write into partial fractions. Now second one, f of x by x minus a into x minus b into x minus a. Here we have three non-repeating linear factors. Now this fraction can be resolved into three partial fractions, a by x minus a plus b by x minus b plus c by x minus c. Suppose four linear factors are there in the denominator. As usual, take four different constants and write as sum of partial fractions. Because these are all linear factors with degree 1, so numerator should be a constant. Now I am going to do a problem so that you can understand clearly. Observe this question, 2x plus 1 by x plus 3 into x plus 1. The degree of numerator is 1. If you multiply denominator factors, you will get second degree polynomial. That means numerator degree is less, denominator degree is more. So it is a proper fraction. A proper fraction can be resolved into partial fractions because denominator contains linear factors. How? By using the first one, I can write 2x plus 3 by x plus 3 into x plus 1 is equal to, take some constants, say a and b, a non-zero constants, a by x plus 3 plus b by x plus 1. Here what are unknown values? A and b. If you find a and b, you will get partial fractions. Now look, RHS, now I am uniting these two terms for the purpose of getting a and b. Take LCM. LCM is x plus 3 into x plus 1. X plus 3 cancel, you will get a into x plus 1. X plus 1 cancel, you will get b into x plus 3. Now look on both sides, denominators are same. That means numerators must be equal. 2x plus 3 is equal to a into x plus 1 plus b into x plus 3. What I am doing is I am equating the numerators because denominators are same. From this I will get a and b and I will write the partial fractions. Students, there are different techniques to find the unknown values a and b. One of the method is substitution method. Another one is equating the coefficients of x, constant terms, x square terms, like that. That is one of the technique. So depending on the situation we use the techniques. Now observe carefully. Here I use substitution method because these are all linear factors. To get a, what to do? I have to make second term 0. How can I make second term 0? By putting x equal to minus 3, this term becomes 0. So what I am doing is put x equal to minus 3 on both sides. On both sides put x equal to minus 3. You will get 2 into minus 3, minus 6 plus 3 is equal to minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2. So minus 2a, you will get minus 3 plus 3 is 0, 0 into b 0. Now what you get? Minus 3 is equal to minus 2. So the value of a is 3 by 2. So I got the value of a as 3 by 2. Now to get b, we must make this term 0. How? By putting x equal to minus 1. If you put x equal to minus 1, this becomes 0 and you will get b. Now put x equal to minus 1 on both sides. Put minus 1 here. This is minus 2 plus 3 is equal to. If you put minus 1, this term becomes 0. Now we will get b into minus 1 plus 3 is 2. So this is 1 equal to 2b. The value of b is 1 by 2. I got a and b. Therefore, I got the partial fractions. The result I will write as 2x plus 3 by x plus 3 into x plus 1 is equal to, this one is equal to, substitute a and b in the partial fractions. A is 3 by 2. If you put 3 by 2, you will get 3 by 2 into x plus 3 plus, put b value there, 1 by 2 into x plus 1. These are the partial fractions. Now I want to explain shortcut method. Shortcut method means short method to find a and b. This is the proper fraction. These are the partial fractions. To find a and b, I am using short method. I am going to tell short method to find a and b. How? Let me explain. Here a can be calculated simply like this. Students, please observe the LHS part. Just leave x plus 3, write the remaining. What you get? 2x plus 3 by x plus 1. Here what you have to substitute is x equal to minus 3. Substitute x is equal to minus 3. You take x plus 3 equal to 0, that means x equal to minus 3. You substitute minus 3, you will directly get a. Minus 3, what you get? Minus 6 plus 3 is minus 3. Minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2, you will get 3 by 2. Directly you got the value of a as 3 by 2. Now b, how to get b? That is also similar way. b, denominator is x plus 1. Leave x plus 1 and write the remaining thing. 2x plus 3 by x plus 3. Now what to do? If you take x plus 1 equal to 0, x becomes minus 1. So substitute x equal to minus 1 here. When you put x equal to minus 1, what you get? Minus 2 plus 3 is 1. Minus 1 plus 3 is 2. 1 by 2 will get. Therefore, the partial fractions of 2x plus 3 by x plus 3 into x plus 1 is equal to, a is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 into x plus 3, 1 by 2 into x plus 1. This is the shorter method to get partial fractions for first degree non-repeating linear factors. This works only for first degree non-repeating linear factor. Second problem. If x square minus 10x plus 13 by x minus 1 into x square minus 5x plus 16 equal to a by x minus 1 plus b by x minus 2 plus c by x minus k, k by x minus 3, then what is the value of a minus b plus k? Students, observe the fraction. Observe this second degree factor, x square minus 5x plus 6. It is a reducible polynomial. So the factors for this is x minus 2 into x minus 3. The partial fractions are given as a by x minus 1 plus b by x minus 2 plus k by x minus 3. Just now I told you short method to find values of a, b, k. A, how to find a? Very simple. Denominator is x minus 1. So, leave x minus 1, write the remaining thing in the fraction. Now, here you have to substitute x is equal to 1. X minus 1 equal to 0 means the proper substitution is x equal to 1. Substitute x equal to 1, you will get 1 minus 10 plus 13 by 1 minus 2, minus 1 into minus 2. So, you will get 14 minus 10 is 4, 4 by 2 is 2. The value of a is 2. Similarly, b, just leave x minus 2, write the remaining thing. Here put x is equal to 2. What you get? 4 minus 20 plus 13 by 2 minus 1, 1 into 2 minus 3 minus 1. So, I will get 17 minus 20, that is minus 3 by minus 1, we will get 3. Now, C, how to get, K. X square minus 10x plus 13 by x minus 1 into x minus 2, put x is equal to 3. 9 minus 30 plus 13 by 2 into 1 is equal to 8 by 2, that is 4. Now substitute. A is 2, B is 3, K is 4. So answer is 3. Students, now we are going to do type 2 partial fractions for proper fraction. Type 2. Suppose g of x contains, that means denominator contains a repeated linear factor, that is ax plus b whole power n. Then corresponding partial fractions can be written as a1 by ax plus b plus a2 by ax plus b whole square plus a3 by ax plus b whole cube plus so on an by ax plus b whole power n. Students, what is the degree of ax plus b? First degree. It is called linear factor. What is its power? N. That means it is repeating n times. That means this entire thing is called repeated linear factor. It is repeating n times. If denominator contains repeated linear factors, how to resolve the proper fraction into partial fractions? Here also you have to take constants a1, a2, a3, so on an, and write the proper fractions and write the partial fractions like this: a1 by ax plus b plus a2 by ax plus b whole square. Like that, increasing powers you have to write. You will get n partial fractions, sum of n partial fractions. Now I am going to do this problem. Please observe, the degree of numerator is 2, degree of denominator is 3, means degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. It is a proper fraction. Look, denominator contains x minus 2 whole cube. The degree of x minus 2 is 1. Cut. శబ్దం రికార్డ్ అవుతుందిరా ఇది. కట్ వదిలేసే, కట్ చేయకు, మళ్ళీ డిలీట్ చేస్తా చెప్తే. అది క్లోజ్ చేయరా మంచిగా. రైట్, ఏం చేయకు. 3, 2, 1 start. Dear students, now we are going to do type 2 partial fractions. If g of x contains a repeated linear factor, that is ax plus b whole power n. Suppose in a proper fraction, g of x means denominator contains ax plus b whole power n, means ax plus b degree is 1, its power is n. That means the first degree factor is repeating how many times? N times. So it is called first degree repeating factor or repeated linear factor. If denominator contains like this, how to resolve the proper fraction into partial fractions. These are the partial fractions we have to write. Take constants a1, a2, a3, so on, an, because the power is n. It is repeating n times. Take n constants, different constants, non-zero different constants, and write partial fractions like this: a1 by ax plus b, next a2 by ax plus b whole square. Like that, increasing powers you have to take and you write partial fractions. Now I am going to do a simple problem: x square minus 3x plus 5 by x minus 2 whole cube. The degree of numerator is 2, the degree of denominator is 3. It is a proper fraction. Why? Because degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. Next, denominator contains x minus 2 whole cube. The degree of x minus 2 is 1, so it is a linear factor. It is repeating 3 times. So it contains repeated linear factors. So what to do? The partial fractions we have to write like this: x square minus 3x plus 5 by x minus 2 whole cube. The partial fraction, take some constant, say a by x minus 2 plus b by x minus 2 whole square plus c by x minus 2 whole cube. Because power is 3, it is repeating 3 times, we have to take 3 constants and we have to write partial fractions. Now our aim is to find the values of ABC. If you find ABC, you will get partial fractions. For that, what I am doing is I am taking LCM in the denominator. X minus 2 whole square, x minus 2 whole cube. So LCM is x minus 2 whole cube. Now for this, when x minus 2 gets cancelled, you will get x minus 2 whole square plus square gets cancelled, we will have to write b into x minus 2 plus c into 1. X minus 2 whole cube cancel. Now equate numerators on both sides. Why? Because denominators are equal, gets cancelled. Equate numerators. X square minus 3x plus 5 is equal to a into x minus 2 whole square plus b into x minus 2 plus c. Now what is the way of finding values of ABC? I told you different techniques in previous problem. Number 1 is substitution method. Here we have x minus 2. So put x equal to 2 on both sides. You will get one value c. Come on. Put x equal to 2 on both sides. 2 square is 4. 4 minus 6 plus 5 is equal to, if you put 2 here, 2 minus 2 is 0. It gets cancelled. 2 minus 2, this term becomes 0. Only c remaining. So you will get 6 minus 4 plus 5 is 3. So the value of c is 3. You will get value of c as 3. Now how to get, I got c. Now how to get values of a and b? I use different technique. Here what I use is comparing of coefficients. Comparing coefficients of x square on both sides. I will compare coefficient of x square on both sides. On LHS, coefficient of x square is 1. If you observe right handed side, here you will find a into x minus 2 whole square. Here in this expansion, what you get? X square minus 4x plus 4 will get, multiply with a, the coefficient of x square is a. Here there is no x square, here there is no x square, so 1 is equal to a. So the value of a is 1. Now only one thing is remaining, that is b. How to get? Compare coefficient of x, you will get b. Comparing coefficient of x on both sides. X coefficient on LHS is minus 3. Now RHS, I told you already, here in this expansion, x term is minus 4x, multiply with a, you will get minus 4a as x coefficient. Here if you multiply with b, the x coefficient is b. On RHS, x coefficient is minus 4a plus b. Now we know the value of a. Substitute a value here. Minus 3 is equal to minus 4 plus b. So shift this side, minus 4, you will get 4 minus 3, 1. So b is equal to 1. Now we have to write the partial fractions. X square minus 3x plus 5 by x minus 2 whole cube. What are the partial fractions? Substitute a, b, c here. A is 1 by x minus 2 plus 1 by x minus 2 whole square plus 3 by x minus 2 whole square. This is first method of doing repeated linear factor. There is one more method for this, I am going to explain. Second method for the same problem. It is very easy method. Look, denominator contains first degree repeating linear factor. So what to do is assume the first degree factor as some y. From this you can write x as y plus 2. Now convert the fraction into y by substituting x. So what you get? X square minus 3x plus 5 by x minus 2 whole cube. What you get? Put x equal to y plus 2. I am converting the fraction into y. Here I assumed x minus 2 as y. So directly I am writing x minus 2 as y cube. Now I am simplifying this. Y plus 2 whole square is y square plus 4y plus 4 minus 3y minus 6 plus 5 by y cube. Write in order. Y square, 4y minus 3y is y. This is 4 minus 6 is minus 2 plus 5 is 3 by y cube. Now write denominator separately. This denominator y cube is for all the three terms. Write denominator separately. Y square by y cube is 1 by y. Y by y cube is 1 by y square. Last 3 by y cube. At the end you replace y with x minus 2. 1 by x minus 2 plus 1 by x minus 2 whole square plus 3 by x minus 2 whole cube. Students, type 3 we are going to do now. When g of x means denominator of the proper fraction contains repeated and non-repeated linear factors, means when denominator contains both repeated and non-repeated linear factors, then how to resolve into partial fractions. So suppose g of x, that is denominator is like this, x minus a whole square into x minus b, means what? X minus a is repeating 2 times, x minus b is not repeating, it is only 1 time. So it contains, that means denominator contains repeated factor, linear factor and non-repeating linear factor. Then how to resolve the fraction into partial fractions. This is the proper fraction. Denominator contains repeating, x minus a repeating 2 times and x minus b is not repeating, it is present in only 1 time. So the way of resolving into partial fractions is like this. Take constants, because these are linear factors, take constants and write the partial fractions. A by, because it is repeating, by type 2 the partial fractions for x minus a whole square are a by x minus a plus b by x minus a whole square. Now for this c by x minus b, c by x minus b. Now I am going to do a problem. Observe carefully. Here the degree of numerator is 2, denominator is 3, it is a proper fraction. Now here in denominator take x square common, you will get x plus 1. Now here you can understand that x is repeating 2 times and x plus 1 is only 1 time. That means it contains both repeating and non-repeating factor. So it can be resolved like this. X is repeating 2 times, so a by x plus b by x square. X square is over. Now c by x plus 1. Now as usual take LCM. You will get x square plus 1 as LCM. x square x plus 1. LCM is for these two, LCM is x square, for this x square into x plus 1. Here one x cancel, you will get x into x plus 1. Here x square gets cancelled, here you will get b into x plus 1. Here x plus 1 cancel, you will get c into x square. Now look on both sides, denominators are equal, so equate numerators. So you will get 2x square plus 2x plus 1 equal to a into x plus 1, b into x plus 1 plus cx square you will get. Now our aim is to find the values of ABC. How to get? I am going for substitution method for getting some ABC, right? Here two factors are there, x and x plus 1. So I am taking x plus 1 as 0, I will get x equal to minus 1. So put x equal to minus 1 on both sides. Minus 1 whole square is 1, so you will get 2. Put minus 1 here, you will get minus 2 plus 1. If you put minus 1, it becomes 0. This also becomes 0. C into minus 1 whole square. So what you get here? 2 to cancel. 1 is equal to c into 1, c. I got the value of c as 1. Now one more factor is there, that is x. So to make that 0, take directly x equal to 0. Put x equal to 0 on both sides. 0, 0, 1. 1 is equal to, this becomes 0. If you put x equal to 0, the first term becomes 0 and third term also becomes 0. Now put 0 here, you will get 0 plus 1 as 1. So we will get b as 1. Now for getting, I got b and c. For getting a, I use comparing coefficient of x square on both sides. Because only two factors are there, I used substitution for two factors. Now I want to compare x square so that I will get value of a. On LHS, coefficient of x square is 2. On right handed side, if you multiply these three factors, the first term is ax square, so coefficient of x square is a. Here you won't get any x square, here you will get, here you have x square, so a plus c is equal to 2 is the coefficient of x square on right handed side. Now c value we know as 1, so 2 is equal to a plus 1, that is a is also 1. I got a, b, c. Now I can write comfortably the partial fractions. What are the partial fractions for the problem? 2x square plus 2x plus 1 by x square into x plus 1. The partial fractions, all are ones, no? Substitute 1 by x plus 1 by x square plus 1 by x plus 1.